Hey y'all, what is going on? This is Jesse Both on the 19th hole, and we're going to be doing the rookie playthrough here for the current Fall Major Tournament. And we're going to talk about holes 1 through 9. We'll talk about different routes. We'll talk about ball, club usage, and just anything else that I think you may need to know entering into this tournament, either for your qualification still, or then maybe your opening or weekend round. So hole number 1 here. Par 4, I'm going to show you two different ways to play this hole. One to the right and one to the left, and it's not the traditional through the trees approach. So the first way we're going to show you is to the right. We'll play plus 20% for the elevation. I recommend at least a power 3 ball here. You could go power 4, power 5 if you wanted to get farther down the fairway, but a power 3 with at least extra mile 5 will get you to a good spot where you have a really good chance at the hole. So we make our adjustment for the wind, and then we push back up, and we try to hit this one as perfect as we can. You're going to see here in this shot that I do not hit it perfect, but it's good to see this because you know you have a little bit of wiggle room on this drive. So we do hit, and we are going to bounce up the fairway. And, believe it or not, we're still going to be put in a pretty decent position. But if we hit this one perfect, we'd been a lot better. I think if we had hit this one perfect, we'd been a lot closer to a mid-range. Here we're going to be having a max range Saturn. I like the Saturn here. You could also go with the backbone as well. So 4.5 to 5 bars of backspin is what you want to do here. I'm going to go closer to 5 just because I'm going to be laying this shot a little bit farther up and trying to, get as close to max as I can. So ball guide, maybe just barely off center to the left of this hole with the left to right tailwind. And, what you want to do is you want to make your adjustment here. I'm going to take my max number for my adjustment and just take away 0.1 from it, just because we're not completely at max on this adjustment. So we hit it great right. So it's not going to go in the hole, but we can definitely see how on cue we were, and it looks like we were pretty well lined up. Perfect. I'm pretty confident to say it would have been in the hole. So hit that one perfect, drop that shot, get you the eagle that way. I'm going to show you another way to play this one to the left if you're not quite as comfortable going to the right. And this is going to involve a quarterback and a katana ball. So we're not going to be going through the trees. I just think there's way too many things that can go wrong going through those trees. So we're actually going to be play around the trees and use the slope to our advantage here, the downhill slope to our advantage here on this shot. So with the katana ball, we're going to go with max left spin, 1 top spin here. It's important not to go with too much top spin because you can go too far and end up in the rough. So I line this shot up pretty much right in the middle of the fairway, as you can see. We'll play plus 20% on this shot, and then we'll adjust for our rings for the wind, plus 20%. And then we will not push up. We'll just play it from right there. We're going to go with a little bit of curl here, about a quarter ball of curl. We hit it perfect. Now you can go with a little bit more curl if you want. As you can see, you're safe to go with a little bit more curl, but I figured a quarter ball would be fine for me. You hit that hill, and you just roll down the hill. Very nice, safe shot, as long as you follow those correct spins. So now we are sitting here with our backbone. Now, if I had brought the Goliath, then I could have gone straight over that bunker right to that fairway and used a backspin shot at the hole. But with the backbone, as you see, we don't have enough distance, so we're just going to have to go right at the hole, skipping it over. So we're going to go with this tailwind, about a half a bar top spin, and then we're just going to line up our shot as best as we can. So if you have a club that has better ball guide, this would definitely be a shot that you want that club for, a better ball guide. As you can see, the orange ring is just a little bit into the rough line. You can play it right at the edge of the rough line just for a very consistent setup if you want. And of course, try to hit it perfect. As you see, we hit great left, and we're going to come in just great left. So another shot that I feel with a perfect would have been really good chance to drop. So that's hole 1, and those are 2 options for hole 1. Hole 2 in the rookie is an interesting hole. We're playing at plus 30% for the elevation on this shot, and you can try to play the rough bump with a sniper. I think, sniper rough bump is an option. It's a dangerous option in my opinion in the rookie, and you got to use a katana ball for that shot. with that full right side spin. What I'm going to show you here is a shot with the backbone, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the navigator here. We're going to go 1.5 topspin on this shot, and we're going to line this shot up here back near the back edge of the fairway with you know, just a little bit of gap between our white line and the rough line. You know, some people will set this shot up with the ball on the white line. As you see, my second bounce is right there on the fringe, and it's kind of aiming down the middle of that green line of squares. So that's kind of an aim point that I use on this shot. I do adjust opposite because if you go the other way, the tree gets in the way. So adjust it opposite, so you push it instead of pull it. We bounce here. It's going to come in here, not bad speed. It's just a little bit offline. So what I would do is either look about adding some right spin or offset that shot farther to the right on the initial setup. But you want that second bounce to be right there along the edge of the fringe of the fairway and the fringe. All right, hole number 3. We're going to be playing this one with our extra mile. You can play this one with the big topper before the rough, but I'm going to play this with the extra mile, and I'm going over the rough because I want to set myself up for a Saturn shot at the hole. So if you want to play this one short and just bounce over, then you may be more of a wood or like a Goliath long iron shot to the hole. But if you're willing to put a little bit extra overpower into this shot and go with a Titan ball, then you can put yourself in a really nice Saturn look at the hole. So we adjust for our wind, we push up our shot. I play 0% on the drive, and we hit this one perfect. There is a little bit of give. I think, you know, great left, great right is going to be okay on this shot. And I go with max topspin and about 2 to 3 bars of right spin on that drive. So you see it puts us up 372 right there in front of those shadows, which is a really good spot to be. So for the second shot, we're on plus 10% here. As you see, I have the Saturn. We're going to be playing this one really close to max distance, which is good. We're in a good spot. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the backspin on this club. And we're going to go with max backspin and about 1 bar of right spin just to kind of straighten out that ball guide to the hole. Now you want to drop this ball guide right into the hole on this shot because, you know, or just in front, because you have like a very small amount of extended ball guide on this shot because of the tailwind. It comes in really nicely, and as you're going to see, I thought this one was in the hole. I don't know how it did not fall in the hole. It just didn't. But that's as close as you can get without dropping the shot. I think it's a really good way to play this hole, but if you're going to play it farther back, like bouncing it over the rough, then you want to bring a wood club like the Guardian with a lot of backspin, and maybe use the hill behind the hole to try to filter it back down to the hole. All right, hole number 4 here, par 3. We're going to be playing this one at plus 10% with our backbone. We're going with the katana ball as well. I think it's important to use the katana ball for the side spin. And I'm going to go with full right side spin, and it was either 2 topspin or just under 2 topspin. So what we're doing here is we are trying to line up our shot with that second bounce just before the fringe. And we have that third bounce kind of pointed to the side of that white line of squares, as you can see. And as you can see, the orange ring is just barely cutting the rough here on this shot. So plus 10% adjustment, max adjustment with our backbone. And we hit it here. It's going to bounce nicely, and it gets that nice roll, and we will drop it for the ace. So that was nice. All right, next hole we got is hole number 5. This one right here, you can lay it up short on the top fairway and then play a plus 30% shot down to the green, which you have probably a very small percent shot of dropping. Or you could try to overpower your shot with the extra mile and try to get down to that next level and be either in the bunker or on the green or possibly on the fairway. I think any of those opportunities is better than the shot from the higher level, which I think you have almost 0% to drop. So in my opinion, go for it. Go for this shot. Try to get down to that next level and give yourself a really decent shot at dropping an eagle. So we're going to go full top spin and left spin here. We're just going to kind of eyeball our landing zone for this shot. And our goal is just to get down through that fairway and down towards the level of the green. So we're going to adjust for our wind here, and then we're going to push our shot up. And I don't play any curl here on this shot. You know, maybe a little bit of rake curl would be good here, but I didn't use any curl here. As you're going to see, we bounce, and we're going to skip through here. We are going to roll down, and we're going to roll into the bunker. That's okay. I mean, that's okay. It's going to give us a decent shot at the chip in still. That's worst case scenario being down here. Best case scenario is you're on the green or on the fairway, chipping it in with your wedge. So I play 0% here with this shot, and you know it's a downhill shot, but I play it 0%. We're going to straighten out our ball guide here with our spin, and then we're just going to play this shot pretty much right at the hole, and then we'll make adjustment here, a min adjustment on this shot, which with the Malibu 4, it's not much adjustment at all. It's just when I hit it perfect, which we do, we hit it perfect, and you see it rolling in there, and we hit the pin dead center. So plus 0% is what I played on that chip. All right, hole number 6 here. Hole number 6. Let's make sure that was 0% on that chip. I think that's the correct sheet. See if I can find the correct sheet here, so I can give y'all 100% accurate. Can't find it. Yeah, it was plus 0%. All right, so for hole number 6 here, plus 20% on this drive. I'm using a Titan ball, so you're going to adjust for your wind, push up, max top spin, 2 to 3 bars of right spin is a good amount to use on the hole. And we hit this one perfect. Alright, here's the sheet. Yes, that bunker shot in the last hole was 0%. I can confirm it 100%. Alright, so for the second shot here, we're playing minus 10% here for this shot. I have the big dog. If you have the Viper, you can use the Viper, the Sniper, or even the Horizon. On this account, I don't have any of those. I only have the big dog, so we're on with the big dog. We're going to go with the yellow ring right there at the edge with the 2 top spin. And we're just going to have to eyeball this ball guide towards the hole as best as we can. So ended up looking like, we went 2 top spin, and in the end it looks like we kind of gone about 2.5 top spin would have been the perfect amount. So we play this one and we hit it perfect. It's going to come in, it hits nicely right where we aimed it, and it rolls in, but just a little bit short. So 2.5 top spin would have probably been a better spin for that shot, but I played that one at minus 10%. Alright, we got hole number 7 here, par 3. In my opinion, probably the toughest par 3 on the course, and one you're not going to see a lot of aces in this tournament on, at least in the rookie division. So my advice is to pick a way to play that gives you, in your opinion, the best chance to possibly drop it, but also keep you safe and make sure you get the birdie. So for that reason, I'm going to show you one way to the left-hand side that my opponent plays, and I'm going to show you a way to the right-hand side. Playing to the left, I'm going to play both ways, plus 10%. Playing to the left, you play with a wood club. I would pick a ball with more side spin, so like a Quasar or something, for sure. But Quasar Katana would be good. You want a club that has curl and backspin, because you want to use the curl and the backspin to get the ball up behind the hole. You want to go up that ridge, so you don't want to use too much backspin, but you want to use enough to control the ball. So my opponent didn't go far enough up that hill, and as a result, didn't get the desired roll. It kind of just stopped and then just rolled down the hill. You want that ball to continue a little bit farther up that hill and then roll back down the hole towards the hole. And it's got kind of like some people may say there's a little bit of a groove back there, but it's just a tough shot. So the play to the right-hand side is with the backbone. I play it plus 10% here. We're going to play with 2 top, 1 right spin, and we're going to be looking for that second bounce on the fairway. And then we want that third bounce to go onto the green behind the hole and then down the hill, hopefully in a good angle, and possibly get lucky with the ace. So we're going to make our adjustment here. We're going to be reverse adjusting through the trees. It's much tougher to adjust from the other direction. You have to adjust from a very high up position, and it's just tough to do. So what we're going to do here is you want to hit it perfect, not great left like I did, but you're still going to see the shot and see what I'm talking about here. So the ball's going to come up here. As you see, it rolls, and it's going to come in just in front of the hole. If we hit that one perfect, I think we would have had a really good shot at seeing if that one would have went in the hole, because it would have had a much nicer line a little bit farther up and to the right. So anyways, that's hole number 7, and good luck with that one. Hole number 8 here is, in my opinion, a must-eagle hole in the rookie division. And we're going to be playing this shot with the big topper. And here I have a big topper 1. So I'm going to show you that even doesn't matter what level big topper you use. So we're playing this shot at maximum distance here with the big topper 1. Max top spin, max left spin. We're going with the Marlin ball, which is a power 0 ball. And we're aiming through those two trees. So what we're going to do here is make our adjustment here. And as you see, we run right there, right at the edge. We ran into being in between clubs, but we were fine. Just want to hit this one perfect. If you don't hit this one perfect, then no telling where your ball will go. So hit this one perfect, you bounce through these trees, you hit the rough, and then you roll down onto the fairway for a very makeable eagle chip with your wedge. Alright, hole number 9. I'm going to show you how to play this one to the right-hand side, because in my opinion, to me the right-hand side is easier than playing it to the left-hand side, and that's just my opinion. I know some people do prefer playing it to the left, but just, I don't know. I'm not comfortable with playing it to the left in the rookie division. I don't think we have good enough clubs in the rookie division to be playing it to the left. So you can play this shot to the right here. We're playing it with the extra mile. We're going with the rough bump. We're playing plus 10% here on this shot. Max top spin, max right spin. And when you set up your shot here to a spot where you feel like you're okay with the great left and you're okay with the great right. So you want to try to great proof this shot as best as possible. It is a straight tailwind, so that does help in this situation. We make our adjustment here for the wind, plus 10%. And then as you see, we do hit great left, and we're like, all right, is this going to work or not? It hits, and as you see, no problem at all. Bounce that onto the rough, onto the fairway, we'll roll up there to the end. Perfect shot. So for our second shot here with the big dog, we're going to be playing this one at minus 5% with this shot. And as you see, we have a lot of distance to work with here. So even if I was shorter on that drive, we still would have been okay to play it this way. So we're playing 2 topspin here. If you're laying this shot farther back in this fairway, then you may want to consider going with a little bit more topspin than 2. But with the location of where I'm landing, 2 topspin is what I wanted to do. You could get a little bit more adventurous and try to aim that ball guide more towards the hole, but that may bring that left rough line into a little bit more of play if you hit like a great left or something. So I just wanted to play it safe and put it up there. As you see, perfect spin, perfect speed. You know, if you have a different club that you want to use, like a higher level Viper or Sniper or even a Guardian, those clubs would also be sufficient for this hole. Even a Horizon would be a good club to use on this hole. So, you know, but for me on this account, very limited. I don't have a lot of clubs to use. As you see, you know, my big dog is basically the only club that I had on that hole that I wanted to use. So anyways, thank you all very much for being here for this rookie playthrough for the current Fall Major Tournament. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully y'all maybe picked up a few tips that can help push you through your rounds and have a successful tournament. As always, definitely hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Check us out on Facebook at Golf Clash the 19th Hole. Definitely subscribe to my channel and set up those notifications if you want to be alerted when I do release new video content. Other than that, hopefully y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family. Be thankful for what God has given you. And that is all I got to say. Y'all take care. God bless.